I'm David, and you're watching Snowboards. It's raining up in the mountains right now, so I'm going to make a video on how to wax skis. So, first, you need to get your wax. So, I'm using CH8, which is a, good all-around wax, and it melts at 130 degrees Celsius. So, I'm going to take my iron, and I'm going to turn the knob all the way to 130 degrees Celsius, and then this little light will go on, and when that goes off, I'll know it's hot. In the meantime, to get all the dirt and stuff that's accumulated on your skis, if you're storing them, or if you have stored them, you spray a little bit of this rubbing alcohol on here, which kind of helps. I just like using rubbing alcohol because it evaporates really easily, so you can scrub all that dirt off. It's a great solvent for dirt, and then it also evaporates really quickly, so that is amazing for waxing because it gets you right to the point. Which, speaking about the point, the iron's ready, excuse me. And so now we just start zigzagging right over the ski. So it's just like nice long zigzags of wax. And you can rub it like this to get a little bit more dispersed out, or you can, but always tilt your iron back, never tilt it forward, because hot wax on your fingers is not a good way to start the day. So definitely do this in I'm doing it in my garage because I don't really care if the wax gets on my workbench, because again, it's a workbench, it's supposed to get dirty. So, but don't do it in carpeted places, because if you do, the wax can get into the carpet and it's a pain to remove because it's supposed to not rub off with water. For snow. So it can be hard to get off the carpet. Then they're done that. Don't want to do it again. Just don't do it in your houses. So now that we're done with our little zigzag, we want to slowly move the iron up the ski. So this melts all the wax into the ski and distributes it along the ski. So for a snowboard with the dripping, you would usually go on the edges just to make sure that you get waxed all over the entire board. But since it's a single ski, even though it's a relatively wide ski, it's no problem just to do one zigzag line, or one time across the entire ski, zigzag. So usually you restrain your brake. I'm not, because I'm lazy, and my iron fits relatively well between those two brakes. So you can also do a little bit of scrubbing motion on spots that aren't melting as well. And yeah, just go a few passes, 1 to 2 passes along the ski, just to melt in that wax. Maybe you can do up to 5 or 6 passes, but I just like to do 1 or 2 because it keeps it quick, keeps it easy, nice. But if your top sheets are burning hot, definitely stop, because you don't want to burn your base. Because if you burn your base, the skis can get ruined. The bases and the core and everything can separate or blister. It's never good if you burn your base. So just be very careful. So that's all for the melting part. Now we want to turn off our iron and wait for the ski to return to room temperature. But I did my other ski earlier, and this ski this ski is cooled down quite a bit and is ready for a scrape. So we're gonna take our scraper and just like put a file down on a flat surface, give it a few passes with the file to get a sharp scraper, and then you go tip to tail. Always tip to tail. You never want to scrub with your scraper, or you don't want to move around a lot with it. You want your line or pass to be relatively straight, just to make it so chances of scratching your skis when they're getting waxed are minimal. So you can see my setup here for waxing skis is a little bit on the homemade side with the blocks to hold the ski up. I use a little rag to protect the top sheets from the abrasive blocks, and then the bindings just keep them. You just put the bindings in between two blocks, and they'll keep the ski relatively steady while you're scraping. So usually you scrape until you don't get much wax off the scrape anymore. But for the purposes of demonstration, I'm only going to do a few more scrapes and then move on to brushing. But usually you want the wax that you're getting off the ski to be minimal from scraping when you finish. And then you want to go around the edges really quickly. Just make sure that you don't have any wax on your edges, because you want to be able to control your ski on the mountain, and if you can't use your edges, you can't control your ski. So go around the edges. These are the 2018 Atomic Bentchetlers, and they are full-on powder skis, but I use them as an all-around ski because I don't really mind a little bit of chatter if it means that I can have one amazing ski, and these are amazing ski. So went around this with the scraper, went around the edges. Now it's time for my brass brush. So I just tap out wax from the previous wax on the side of the table, and then I just start. This one you can't scrub at all. It's only tip to tail. If you scrub, you can damage your base. So only tip to tail. Pretty coarse brush, brings off quite a bit of dust, which is great. So you do around 10 to 12 passes along the entire ski for this. But again, since I'm demonstrating, I'm only going to do a few passes along this section of the ski, and then I'll do the rest later. And then after my 10 to 12 passes along the ski with that brush, I will move on to my Tampico brush, which is a nylon brush, and just really get in there, scrub out all the excess wax from the structure of the ski, which helps to stop suction from building up and slowing you down. So you want to get all your wax out of there so you still retain that structure. You can scrub with this one. I just like to get tip to tail most of the time. So now that I'm done with this little section of my ski, usually you do the entire ski, but again, for demonstration, I'm not going to. So I feel it, and this is just, and make sure that there's not any more wax, and then I just scrub it with a toothbrush. You don't really have to, but I find that the wax, like dust, can get everywhere and make everything really dusty, and this is just for cleaning measures. So I just go really lightly with a toothbrush, and then I wait for my other ski to dry, and I do that one. Thanks for watching, and expect a review on the 2017-2018 Bentchetlers next time. Ciao.